23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29.
What are we expecting tomorrow in court? What are we expecting tomorrow in court? Of course, we know that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal will be delivering their judgment tomorrow, Wednesday, the 6th of September. And I can tell you, Nigeria is at its tension, just like the tension they were having or they had when the winner of the election was about to be announced. This is some tension that is flowing in Nigeria. You see, it will be very, very difficult to disqualify Tinubu. Yes. It will be very, very difficult. The court will do everything possible to, maybe the highest they can do is to set a rerun. That's the highest they can do. It will be very difficult to disqualify Tinubu, because this man has already packaged them with a lot and a lot and a lot. Yes. But what are we expecting in court? Should, in case, if these men will be sitting down to destroy the future of their children because of brown envelope, probably, we should expect that Tinubu should not be in the seat of rerun. He should not be, if justice is followed accordingly. Number one, he has so many criminal cases surrounding him: drug forfeiture, money laundering, dual citizenship, lying under oath, forgery of names, different forgery, criminality surrounding one man that wants to be the president of the largest and the most populated country in Africa. So, he shouldn't be the president, because the European countries who are doing this thing from behind the scene will really not tolerate a man like Tinubu to be their president, and nobody will tolerate a man like Tinubu to run their own business or their institution. But of course, politics in Nigeria is not a game of fails. It's not a game of fails. It is a game of do or die affair. That's what it is. So, Tinubu was supposed to be disqualified in court, and there will be a rerun of the election which APC will not participate for, giving us a criminal to be the president. Yes. Then, number two is that INEC chairman should be sentenced to nothing less than 2 years imprisonment, and more than that. But have you ever heard that a politician went to prison? They will tell you they arrested the politician, handcuff him. When they get to the prison, he flies abroad and go and enjoy. When they need to release him, or when he needs to go to court, he flies back and they go to court. Camera will pick him and he goes back again. This is what happens. No African politician have gone to court. Even the MFLA case that is happening is just play by the script. Play by the script. This is just what is happening. So these people understand that INEC chairman should be in court. That's the first thing. That's the second. Number three, all the perpetrators of this election rigging should be sentenced to nothing less than 5 years in jail. All of them. They are meant to face the full wrath of the law. But does Nigeria have a law? Yes, Nigeria have a law, but people do not obey the law. The law is always there, just like the way time is. Time is always there, but it's your own decision to waste it. To waste your time. So, Nigeria have a law that any crime you commit, there is a punishment for it. But nobody is going to jail tomorrow. Now, what I'm listing for you guys is what will happen if the judges do not bend down on destroying the country. Then this will flow. This will flow exactly. But here is what Tinubu and APC clearly strategy will be if ever they are asked to rerun the election. Now, the game has always been northwest, southwest, and northeast. That is always the game. That is 60% of actual voters. They are always targeting the northwest, the southwest, and the northeast. So the moment they can get the southwest, which is the Yoruba land, northeast, which is the Hausa land, and northwest, and get 60% of their voters, everything is sorted out. Now, ceded 50% of the headship of National Assembly to Northwest. So, remember that Abuja 25% have been one of the strategy of Labour Party. One of it, to disqualify Tinubu. Now, he's going to do everything possible to win Abuja. He will do everything possible. Yes, P2B will win. Will have more scores in Abuja, but maybe Tinubu might have 100 votes ahead of him. So, of course, Nigerians will not talk. Because they will say, even though you come out, because Wike is already there. Remember that Rivers State never voted for Tinubu, but Wike made it happen. They claim that Wike understands politics. He made it happen. And we saw the cases of overvoting. We saw the cases of where Tinubu did not win and that places was given to him. It was difficult for him to win in the southeast, even though they reduced the numbers. So tomorrow is going to be a day that Nigeria will either reclaim their mandate or will forever be asked to remain silenced. So what are we expecting in courts? Tinubu should be disqualified and not allowed to run for a presidential election again. Number 2, INEC chairman should be going to jail nothing less than 2 years, more than 10 years. Yes. Number 3, every perpetrators of the election, the riggers and those who helped in rigging should be behind bars. And P2B should be announced the president of Nigeria. But if he's not announced, then the running will be between Atiku and P2B. This time around, we hope, because Nigerian judiciary is already dead. It's dead on arrival. I'm telling you. We are not expecting any miracle or magic to happen tomorrow. Nobody's going to come out and say that P2B is the winner of the election. Nobody will do it. Because this man called Tinubu is a principality and is a strong force in the political space. So it's just that this time around he's moving head to head with a stronger man who is P2B, who understands that he is never ready to give up until he reclaims the mandate. That is why Nigeria is the way it is. Thanks for supporting the Future News. Peace.